to talk about an important aspect of our business, and that is a new challenge that we are going to be launching on the first day of the new month, July. So I want to talk about this challenge and how this challenge can impact your life, impact your business. Of course, seeking your commitment to participate in this challenge and to see how you can become a totally different person, a better person, if I may say, as a result of this particular challenge. Yes, 90-day health and wellness challenge. Now, the idea behind this 90-day challenge is to, first and foremost, help some of us who have been struggling, yes, with some aspects of our health, to get that on track. You know what I mean? Loads of persons here are seeking to represent the company by being distributors, affiliates of the company. And of course, you are, in the business of sharing health and wellness with people. But, when the people look at you, they're not seeing what you're saying. They're not seeing what you are saying at all. They're looking at you, You're telling them that, look, if you use this product or you use these products, then this is what it's supposed to do for you. But some of these people, they're very observant and they try to look at you now to see, okay, fine, well, I am hearing that if I use this product, then this product is supposed to be doing X or Y for me. But no, I want to see what it has done for you, the seller. Truth of the matter is that when they look at the seller, they're not seeing what the product, they're not impressed, so to speak. And of course, that could also be one of the reasons why individuals are having difficulty getting the products into the hands of people, whichever products they are, more often than not, these are products that you should have been using in the first place, to, at least have a feel of what a product does for you before you are in a position to share with people what the products can do for them. Oftentimes, it's better that way, or you can join the business and you can be using the products. You can say, hey, listen, I just started and already I have seen X, Y, Z. But if you're in this business 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, and people can't see you being a true representative of what you're speaking about, then the truth is that is a challenge. So this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we want to talk about this proposed challenge and how we'll go about ensuring that there is participation, and participation is 100% voluntary. We're not putting a gun at anybody's head to say, hey, you must be a part of this. We're not telling you that, look here, you have to be a part of it. No, we're not doing that. We're saying to individuals, this is voluntary. You become a part of the challenge if you so desire, right? Now, what I'd like for each person here to do is to document what is it that you would like to achieve over the 90 days of this particular challenge. For example, let's say I am talking about myself now. Now, I believe I am in good shape. However, I don't have a six-pack at the minute. So for me personally, over this 90 days, at the end of this 90 days, I must have a six-pack. Yes, I have like a 4-pack right now. But over this 90 days, yes, I must have a six-pack. I must have a complete athletic looking body. Not looking body right now, but there's more that can be achieved with my physical structure. So my objective over this 90 days is to have a complete athletic look over the 90 days. That's what I am thriving for over these 90 days, right? A complete athletic look. Now, there are persons here who may want to lose weight, right? What's your target in terms of weight loss? Yes? What is your target in terms of weight loss over the 90 days? There are persons here who are diabetic and hypertensive, and you yourself, you have not taken the products like you really ought to. You have not ate the way you should, right? And so therefore, your blood sugar is still not totally controlled because you're depending on just drinking the tea or taking the mushrooms, but you're eating very poorly, right? Your diet is extremely poor, right? So for example, you're diabetic, but you can't see soda and leave it alone. You can't see pastries and leave them alone. You know what I mean? You can't see loads of food and leave it alone. You just have to be always eating. And so while the product is doing its work, you are putting a lot more pressure on the system by adding all of this starch and sugars into the system, which eventually turns into glucose and put serious pressure on your pancreas. And so you can't see the full result, right? So what we want from you now is a structure. We're going to put together a structure, right, that is going to allow you now to say, look here, whether I want to follow this or not. And again, I'm saying it's voluntary. I'm not here to put a gun at anybody's head to say this is what you must do. But I am suggesting, that, look here, this is what we can do. And in doing it, I'm going to tell you how it's going to benefit you in the long run, not just your health, right? So that's for persons who want to say, you want to lose some weight? No problem. You want to tone structure, you want to tone physique? No problem. 90 days to it. You want to totally control your blood sugar and your blood pressure? No problem. 90 days. What else could be a challenge for you? Whatever it is that you are currently experiencing as a health problem, yes, 90 days. Now here are the requirements, basic requirements. Basic requirement number 1 is that you must submit to me personally the challenge that you are undertaking over this 90 days. Exactly what you intend to achieve at the end of the 90 days. So you're going to say, hey, listen, I want to lose, currently my weight is 200 pounds. And as a female, that is 5 feet 4 inches. That is a lot of weight. So you need to come down to about 150 thereabout and still have your hips and still have your butt, right? So what is it that you're going to do over this 90 days? I'll guide you on that as to how to get that done, right? So you tell me, hey, Chris, I need to lose 40 pounds or 50 pounds, right? Now, once you have done that, I'm going to say to you that these are the Vida products that you need to be using. Yes? I'm going to tell you the Vida products that you ought to be using. I'm going to recommend to you an exercise regime, and I'm going to recommend to you a nutritional plan, right? So the foods that you're supposed to be consuming, the exercises that you're supposed to be doing, the things that you're supposed to be avoiding out of your diet. Right? Because there are individuals who, like I said before, you have a problem with food. Food is a problem for you. That is your major downfall. Right? So I want to show you how you can eat properly. I want to show you if you exercise properly and you're using the products, how it becomes so much easier for you to shed whatever weight you're struggling with. Now, here's what that's going to do. Number one, you're going to document your progress. You're going to document your progress. And you are going to know, at the end of the 90 days, you will have this, whether it's a video or pictures, right? You're going to have this that you can share with individuals to say, this was me and look at me now, right? If it's your blood works, you should have a document from your doctor to say that, these are my blood works. When I started this 90-day challenge, my blood sugar was at 10, my blood pressure was, 135 over 98, whatever it is, being high, right? Your cholesterol, whatever it is. So you have time to get your blood work in, right? So you do that, you do your blood work, you let the doctor tell you where you are in terms of these things, right? So in terms of people trying to lose weight, you have your weigh, you go on the scale and you weigh, you have somebody taking a picture of you. You have somebody doing a little video of you. You're weighing yourself and you said, this is me on day one of the challenge, right? I was overweight, but as at 90 days, look at my transformation, right? So that is the proposal for you. You can use those, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to use those massively. During the month of November, we will be having our Jamaica regional event. Last year, we had an excellent regional event where the CEO came, Lady Ada came, and quite a number of persons from overseas came. And we had a room of almost 500 people at the AC Mark Hotel in Kingston, right? Now, what happened is that we had lots of persons coming to testify, but there were no visual to show that, look here, this is where the person moved from to where the person is now. There were no documents to say this was my blood work and this is where it's at now. So with that said, when you come to the regional event and we call on Lady Okima and say, Okima, you started this challenge, ma'am. Come and talk to the people about the challenge. While Okima is talking, in the background, we need to have a visual of Okima to say, this was her then, and this is her now. Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, tell me that I'm making sense. If I'm not making sense, tell me that I'm not making no sense at all. Right? If somebody, for example, who is, struggling with, blood pressure challenges or diabetes challenges, you must say that these are my blood work. This is what the doctor told me. And this is where I'm at now. I will need to see something. It would be good if we could see something. We're not putting pressure on anybody. We're just making suggestions. You know what I mean? That this is the way that we would like for this challenge to be done. Right? So, 90 days to your health and wellness goal. That is what we're talking about. And we're going to launch that on the 1st of July. Before the 1st of July, we want to see people submitting their names. We want to see people submitting pictures of themselves. You can take a picture in a, you know how they do it already. You take a picture in your tights, females, or your tight shorts or whatever it is with your some level of coverage. But we must be able to see the area that you're trying to work on, and we see the progress as time goes on. Because remember, you're going to use these things as your marketing tool going forward. I remember when I just started Vida, there were a set of girls in this business. And let me tell you what they did. I'm talking about girls who made crazy money through Vida Divina, right? These girls did exactly what I'm telling you to do now. And what they did is that they would have these pictures laminated, and they would be walking from downtown to Constant Spring every single day, showing people this is my before and this is my after. And let me tell you, at that point in time, all we had primarily was just the tea. Right? They would be selling teas left, right, and center here in Jamaica. Every day they'd be up and down on the street doing it. Right? So you don't necessarily are going to be walking from Crossroad to downtown to Constant Spring. But when you speak to somebody, especially if you are somebody who is currently overweight, currently obese, because there's a difference between obese and overweight. Overweight, you can be 2 pounds overweight. But obese, we're talking about anything that is 50 pounds and above. That is obesity, right? That's where obesity comes in. Are you 50 pounds overweight? Then maybe you are in the obese section. So no, we're going to teach you how to eat. We're going to teach you how to exercise. We're going to teach you how to take the products. In today's, and of course, the products that you need, once you submit to me what you're trying to achieve, I will tell you the products that you need to be taken in order to help you, but also the nutritional support that you need in order to have that going. One of the things that I'm proposing over these 90 days is that you had absolutely no processed sugar to your diet. No processed sugar to your diet. What do I mean by no processed sugar to your diet? Follow what I'm saying to you now. No pastries. No bread. Because bread has sugar in it, whether you believe it or not. Right? No drinks. No sodas, no soft drink, no none of those things. No juices bought at the store. So you go to the store, you bought a tropical rhythm. That is supposed to be a juice. But a tropical rhythm has loads. When I say loads, I mean loads of sugars. And I'm going to show you as well. I'm going to do a visual and show you the sugar content of all of these things that people are consuming. Right? And the types of sugar that it contains. Right? So, yes, you will have that. So no juice, no drinks. The only juice you're going to be consuming is the one that you make at home. So, for example, you went to the market and you bought some carrots and you bought some beetroot and you made that, but you did not add any sugar to it. Right? You made that, but you had absolutely no sugar at all to it. You extracted it and you are drinking it. Right? But no sugar is added. Right? So it's a no sugar zone we are entering right now. Yes? For those of you who drink, like for example, the Vida Divina Tonkat Ali. Well, the Tonkat Ali has 13 grams of cane juice in it. Right? 13 grams of cane juice. That is what makes it a little bit healthier than what everything else out there in the market is. Because it's cane juice, literal cane juice. It's not the processed sugar that people, the white sugar and that. No, that's not what is in there. It's actually cane juice that they have actually utilized. So that is okay for you to use. Right? But you have the Tonkat Sculpt that is sugar free. There is absolutely no sugar at all in the Tonkat Sculpt. You have the black coffee that is also sugar free. There is absolutely zero sugar in that. Right? So you have to pick your products carefully, right, in order to utilize them. And of course, importantly, how you eat. So what am I going to be consuming for foods? We know definitely that we're going to eliminate all our fried foods. We will now eliminate all fried foods. All fried foods. Your food must either be baked. Your food must either be, and I'm talking about your meats in particular. So we're going to bake them. We're going to steam them. And in some cases we can stew, because I stew food without oil. I'll show you how that is done. Right? I do chicken without oil, right? And stuff like that. So, yes, no butter, no cheese, no dairy products over the 90 days, absolutely zero dairy products, right? So, what do we eat instead? What do we replace these things that we are commonly using with, right? All of that is going to be shared with you once you say, listen, I accept the challenge and I'm going to get it done. So, for you to accept the challenge, you need to send me a personal WhatsApp message to say, I have accepted the challenge and I will submit my information at a later date, right? So you must say you have accepted the challenge and you will submit your information before the first of the month. The first of the month, I think, is next week, Friday. Hold on, let me check. Next week, Saturday is the 1st. The 30th, which is next Friday, is the last day of the month, right? So that's what we're going to be doing over these 90 days. We're going to have a healthy system, a healthy body, right? We're going to lose some weight. We're going to tighten up on some spots that we need to tighten up on. and we're going to go to the Jamaica Regional in Kingston in November, and we're going to showcase ourselves as success stories of the Vida Divina products, right? So I just want people to say, hey, listen, I'm in, and you say, what is it they're trying to achieve? Remember, whether it is weight loss, it is the fact that you want to tone up your body, because some people are already slim, but maybe you want to just tone up your system, right? We have the products for that. For those persons who are diabetic and hypertensive, and you just can't, you're not doing the right things. You're using the products, but you're eating poorly just the same. For you, we want to have you, join in so that you can have that experience of managing that blood pressure and that blood sugar without the statin drugs, without the metformin, etc. Right? So that is what we're going to be doing going forward. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, if you are in, just go to the chat and type I am in. If you are in, go to the chat and type I am in. I see one person so far so that they are in. So if you know that you are in over these 90 days, then of course, let me know that you are in. And of course, if you have customers as well that are willing to participate, if you have customers who want to participate, now that is where that is going to be sweet for you, because you're going to be retailing the products to the customers, right? So if you have customers who you know that are interested in this 90-day run, feel free to share all that I just said to you a while ago with them and have them be a part of it, right? Have them be a part of it. So every Friday morning, we're going to be discussing this until the 90 days are up. So we're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about exercise. We're going to talk about the products that you need to use from Vida Divina. We're going to talk about, the diet. We're going to talk about everything that is related to the 90-day run, right? We're going to talk about your weaknesses and your strength, because there are days that you are going to feel as if this is not for you, right? There are days that you're going to feel like this is not for you, but that's okay. That is why we are going to designate Friday mornings as those mornings that we're going to have this particular conversation surrounding this 90-day to your health and wellness goal. Whatever your health and wellness goals are, right? Whatever those are, then for sure, you must now believe that these things are indeed possible, right? Whatever your challenges are, you must know that they are now possible through the use of the products, through your nutritional support, and through your exercise. Because this is what you ought to be doing anyway, right? And of course, the spin-off for you where this is concerned is that, number one, you are going to now use your own story to share with people to say, hey, listen, I started this 90-day journey utilizing these organic-based mushroom products, and look at what has happened to me. Look where I am today. If you are interested in losing, weight, get in touch with me and we can organize. And the same things that I am going to share with you, this is the same way that you are now going to be empowered to share with your customers going forward, right? The same things, the same thoughts I share with you, you are now going to be empowered to share these thoughts with your customers, right? Your customers. You're going to have loads of customers that you're going to meet, because right now I'm telling you, Jamaica is very fat. Jamaica is getting obese, and of course, recently they opened some, there's a, we call it some donut, sugar and flour place in Jamaica where they sell donut. And everybody's flocking that place. So I can just imagine we're going to have a lot more diabetics. We're going to have a lot more hypertensive people. We're going to have a lot more fat people in Jamaica. Overweight, obese. So now is the time to position yourself as an ambassador of good health, so you can share with these individuals your story and how you can literally help them to transform their lives. I will now open the floor for questions. Let me just unmute. If you have a question, if you have a comment, please just raise your hand and we can have the conversation right now. Please, do you have a question? Do you have a comment? Do you think do you believe it can work? This is something that you support. Why do you support it? And, let's take it from there. So, Lady Gordon, go ahead, ma'am. Talk to us. What's your question and comment?
So, I don't have a question. My comment is I've been waiting for this moment for the longest while.
Awesome, Lady Okima. So, of course, I now see that you are excited about it and you're looking forward to your own story, your own success where this is concerned. So, I am looking forward to supporting you in that as well.
Thank you so much.
All right, bless you, man. And remember your customers. I know you have a lot of customers that use the Atom and so on. So remember those people. If you can get them to be engaged or to be locked into this, then it's going to be a lot better for you as well. All right?
Most definitely.
All right, bless you. All right, Miss Williams, Miss Violet Williams, please unmute, ma'am, and speak with us. Miss Williams going once. Miss Williams going twice. Miss Williams. All right, we're not hearing from Miss Williams. Right, can you unmute, please? Can you just raise your hand and ask a question? Can you raise your hand? Any questions? Any comment? Somebody's asking. The orange genius is sweet. Can we use that? The orange genius is cane juice, ladies and gentlemen. The orange genius is the same cane juice. Yes, it's the same cane juice like the coffee. And I think I need to look at the amount of grams of sugar in it so that I can tell you, how many you can use and so on per day, per week, whatever. Ms. Williams, go ahead.
Good morning.
All right, we're not hearing Miss Williams. I don't know what's happening with her connection. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it. No additional questions, no comment from the participants. I guess there are just a few people who are excited about this, and that's fine, no problem. If it's only one person per one person, we're gonna do it just the same. So the information I shared with you this morning, I know that there are several persons who would normally be on, and they're not here. So I'm gonna do a voice note and share it in the various groups, right? Share it in the various groups so that persons can know that this is what we discussed this morning, and of course, they can submit their information to me in short order. But yes, we are open to have, a success story, that is going to come out of this situation. But of course, I thought it prudent to share it with everybody so that we can, just get it done. All right. So the voice note is coming up, and yes, you can have that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I hear people say the network is unstable and so on. Please, Miss Williams, let's try again. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Please unmute and go ahead, Miss Williams. Maybe it is something that can benefit everybody. Are you there? Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
I'm on the road.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. I missed out on topic, Sir Chris, and I'm very excited. I still need to be tapped up. I know most part of it or the first part of it, but I missed out a little part. Can I be briefed a little bit more? But I wouldn't imagine for you to tell me no. So I'll share later.
I will share a voice note.
To go on with this, and I think this is awesome.
I will definitely. I'm happy, ma'am. Thanks very much for your positive words of affirmation. I will definitely be sharing a voice note with all the information throughout the groups. So you'll definitely be getting that, okay? Whoa, she's gone. All right, guys. So that's it for this morning. 2 things to remember. Number 1, Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Jamaica time, we have our business opportunity presentation this week. Yes, this week is a business opportunity presentation. So as many people that you would want to have them locked in for Sunday at 7 p.m. Jamaica time. Clinton, Celine and myself will be there sharing. And of course, please remember that, this is your business. This is your personal business. And whatever work that you do here is actually benefiting yourself. You're actually working for yourself. So as the month gets closer to an end, next week Thursday, next week Friday is the last day of the month. Please continue to work on your orders for the month, maximizing as best as possible, getting that 1,000 PV in, selling your products and making sure you have your 1,000 PV. Well, if you can only do 120, that's on you. You must know what profit you are getting from that. But of course, the more products you retail, the better it is for you. And of course, that can only be reflected in your back office in terms of the PVs that you are generating each month. And if you look at your back office at the minute to see where you are in points, you may never know. You could very well be in a position to rank up and you don't know. But speak to somebody that you trust, an upline that you trust, and they will be able to advise you as to where you are with your points and so on. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow affiliates, this is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, that's what we used to say when I was in the 95 system, because you couldn't just wait for Friday to come. Okay, I know you're going to get Saturday and Sunday off, but we don't do that anymore. Every day for us is a good day. We thank God for every single day. In fact, we wish there were more days. We wish there were more days, ladies and gentlemen, so we could just, be out there in the faces of people, sharing our business with them. So yesterday we had a great morning where we looked at, you seeking, and if you seek, you know where you're going to find. And we talked to you about 3 characteristics of the successful entrepreneur: the desire, yes, the action, and the consistently being consistent. If you can apply those things to your business daily, I can tell you, your business will only catapult, to as high as you can imagine. So, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a productive weekend. God bless you all. See you back here Monday morning, but of course, see you on Sunday at 7 p.m. as we discuss business. Bye-bye. Have a great day.